Lately, it feels like the entire world is evolving around social media. We seem to forget about the ones closest to us, the ones that are tangible, and the ones that might need our attention, because we're drawn into this world of glamour and perfection, a world that doesn't actually exist. We are more concerned about our number of views, likes, and virality than the people in our own homes. We don't communicate anymore. We find ourselves alone at home on Saturday nights instead of out with some friends, and yet still wonder why. Social media can be a great place to just forget about the bores of our daily lives and have a bit of a laugh. It's also a great place to slowly fall deeper and deeper into a dark black hole of depression and loss of all self-confidence. We find ourselves staring at how amazing other people look or how exciting and luxurious their lives seem to be. And it makes us feel ashamed, unhappy, and unmotivated in our own lives. Why do we give such power to a small handheld piece of plastic and the people that appear in it? Why are we so caught up in what is happening in everyone else's lives that our own lives pass by us without us even noticing? These are the questions that's been circling in my brain over and over, yet I still find myself reaching for the phone to check Instagram, even though I did so not even 2 minutes ago. That is why I have decided to go on a 7-day social media detox. Before we set off on this detox, let's set the rules. Rule number 1, no phone-based social media. So I'll start by deleting all the social media applications that I do not need for specifically work from my phone. This includes YouTube, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the biggest life train of them all, TikTok. Rule number 2, no social media websites allowed on the computer, with one exception. YouTube, as I need to be able to access this for work, but this will not allow any video browsing or binge watching how to do trick shots. I use an app called Self-Control, which is time-based, and during the time you set, you cannot enter any sites you add to the block list. It actually says, and I quote, "Self-Control is a free and open source application that lets you block your own access to distracting websites, your mail servers, or anything else on the internet. Just set a period of time to block for, add sites to your block list, and click start. Until that timer expires, you will be unable to access those sites, even if you restart your computer or delete the application." Seemed a bit dodgy at first, but it works fine and no one has hacked onto my computer yet, as far as I know. I hope. I should probably check. No, all kidding aside, it's all legit, so don't worry about it. Rule number 3, Netflix or any form of television watching is only allowed at night after our daughter has been put to bed. Otherwise, I'd just be punishing Anna, my wife, with boring conversations with me, and I'd like to not get a divorce if that's something I can avoid. And rule number 4, WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger is allowed purely to talk to family and conduct actual work. So for the next 7 days, there will be no more chatting, scrolling, or mindlessly people watching from a distance, a long distance. It's creepy. So let's go. Day 1 actually started fairly similar to most. I got up, got dressed, and pretty much straight away started working out. Mondays for me are usually squat days. There's a lot of sitting around waiting for the next set, and this is where it started affecting me. Between every set, I'd sit down and immediately grab my phone. Even after the 3rd or 4th sets, I still picked up the phone knowing there was no reason, as there was nothing I could look at. This really made the training session feel a lot longer than it actually was. Throughout the rest of the day, the biggest thing I noticed was that I ended up being a lot more productive. I recorded and edited way more for one of my other channels than I usually get time for. I learned and practiced some more about color grading and wrote parts of a script for a coming video. Usually on a Monday, I only just about get the recording and editing done for the other channel. It felt great getting this much done and actually made me feel more relaxed about the rest of the week, knowing that I had a little bit less that needs to be done. Days 2 to 3 was pretty much the same as day 1 in most regards, with the most prevailing benefit being the uptick in productivity. By day 3, I pretty much only had my phone close by when I needed it to talk to family, and apart from that, I just left it wherever I last used it and forgot about it for the rest of the day. It felt quite liberating. I was also weirdly more clear-minded, and I can only attribute this to my brain not having to process all the other useless information that I normally would have fed myself through social media. Now, I'd love to be able to tell you I found loads of time and fulfillment going for long walks on the beach and looking at sunrises and sunsets and felt more present and in the moment. The truth is, that just wasn't the case. I definitely found it easier to follow conversations and listen to my wife whenever she spoke, which can be attributed to my nose not being buried in the phone all the time. And I guess that probably counts as being more in the moment or present. I did get up one morning to go see the sunrise, but to be honest, that was more just to get footage of me and the sunrise than it was for me to actually experience the sunrise. It was pretty nice though. All in all, I felt good and truly enjoyed not feeling the incessant need to carry my phone around me wherever I went. Friday actually got pretty tough, to be honest. My wife took off work for the day and our plan was to spend the day together, doing some things like going for brunch. We wanted to watch the new Batman film.
It's a warning.
And just be out of the house for a bit, as our daughter was supposed to be in the nursery. Unfortunately though, she started getting sick on Wednesday, so couldn't go to the nursery. This meant our plans were in shambles and we now had to spend the whole day looking after her at home, mostly bored. Which obviously made me wish at times I had some distractions. I tried to keep my mind occupied by thinking of video ideas, shot planning and script writing when I could, and finally made it through the long day. Saturday was pretty much the same as Friday, as the little one couldn't go swimming or do anything really. As mentioned earlier, I did actually go to watch, or rather record, a sunrise early Sunday morning, and though I didn't feel any magical enlightenment, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed being outside early in the morning and seeing the whole world in a quiet way, which I think was more valuable to me than the sunrise itself. I'll definitely make an effort to do something like that more often when I can. I actually coach at a gym most mornings, so it keeps me a bit busy in the morning. The rest of the day was pretty much a combination of looking after our kid, eating more than I should have, and thinking about how I plan on moving forward without or with social media. I think the biggest thing I want to change is to streamline or minimize my usage of social media. Figure out what I absolutely need for running my business and get rid of the ones I don't. So far, the ones I'll keep are Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. The rest, like Snapchat, TikTok, and Hover, will just have to go. I'll also turn off pretty much all notifications for most of these, as I think this will progressively help me look at it less. And we as a household also want to start a no social media Sunday, where we would not be allowed to use our phones for social media for a 24-hour period. We'll probably be spending the next couple of weeks trying to figure out how exactly we want to and can do that. And then the last thing I'm considering is installing a Chrome extension that eliminates the Facebook newsfeed and replaces it with a quote. Not that the quote is important, but the newsfeed can often be a black hole I find myself in, which can easily be avoided. I only need Facebook for local business inquiries and advertisements, so there is absolutely no need for the newsfeed. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to do that for the phone or with Instagram, so if you know of any way, please do let me know down in the comments. All in all, I actually really enjoy not using social media and would definitely encourage everyone to give it a try. I'll also most likely do a 30-day social media detox at some point when time and the business allows for that. Let me know if you do this, and how you found doing it. I hope this inspires some of you to try and live an enjoyable life without the constant need for social media. And with that, I will end the video here. Please like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.